Good day, hello and welcome to this video. My name's Mike, I'm from England. I started learning Arabic a few years ago. I've recently lived in Kuwait in the Middle East, and this video is all about reflecting on my time there, sharing with you guys, maybe you're Kuwaiti, maybe you're not Kuwaiti, what living in Kuwait is like. So I'm here, it's pretty hot, it's like maybe, I don't know, 40, 38, just come out, see how long I can last. I've picked my 10 best things about living in Kuwait as an expat, as an immigrant. You can argue about the meaning of those two words downstairs in the comments. But I've picked out 10 of my favourite and most unique kind of cultural differences and just things which I've personally found interesting. If you went there, you'd probably find 10 totally different things, but these are my personal favorite things, best things about living in Kuwait.
شلونك؟
شلونك؟
الحمد لله. شلونك؟
الحمد لله. شلونك؟ Yeah.
شلونك؟ كثر الله خيرك.
ايش الاخبار؟
كثر الله خيرك.
Kuwaiti accent is brilliant. I really like it. They, like, rather than saying kam amrak for how old are you, they say cham amrach. That's to a girl. They say chelb instead of kelb. They say chai instead of shay. They say chadhab. They say chinna. They say dich. They say shlonch, they say habbich, they say shakhbarich, they say sha'alumich. These are all to women, by the way, because it's the ka which goes to a cha, and that's what makes the Kuwaiti accent unique. Sha'alumich, they say minu, they say shinu, they say wide, they say wahsh, they say diai. That diai, most people say dijaj, they say diai. Diai for chicken. Dijaj, they say diai. It's hilarious. I probably said it wrong, I'm sorry. Anyway, you get the idea. Kuwaiti accent is like, I really like it. It kind of brings back good times, brings back fond memories of hearing this Kuwaiti shinu, minu. It's brilliant. I really like it.
كثر الله خيرك. كثر الله خيرك.
Say shlonek.
شلونك؟
Shlonek.
كيف حالك؟
الراقد رقص الراقد راسك الراقد شفته. شفته.
I feel like I've become part lizard because it's really hot, but I just don't even feel hot. I feel like if it was any colder, I'd be cold. The heat for me was a good thing. Most people complain about it and a lot of people struggle with it. I love the heat. I went there, I was like, this is amazing. I'm really hot and there's nothing I can do about it except sweat. And sweating works because it's quite a dry country. Weirdest thing is like I'm cutting across this bridge in a suit and it's about 40 degrees roughly. But like, I don't actually feel that hot. It's actually quite pleasant. When my Kuwaiti friends come to England, they're like, oh, it's so nice here. I can wear my jacket, I can wear a coat. There's clouds, like, there's rain. Oh, amazing, rain. MashaAllah, rain. Something like that. Probably not, maybe not that, I don't know. But they really appreciate the cool. When I went there, as a Brit, I was just like, this sun is amazing, this heat is amazing. When you're in like bordering 50-degree heat, it affects you mentally, and it kind of puts you in this kind of weird state of bliss. It's like being in the health suite of a hotel, but without the wooden benches and without the, you know, putting the water on the hot rocks in the sauna. Lost the top to save the face. Anyway, I really enjoyed the heat, and because it's a dry heat, it's not humid, so you don't get that kind of sticky feel. You don't feel like your sweat isn't doing anything. You sweat, it dries, you cool down. Evaporation, basic. Yeah, that happens a lot. Your phone will overheat, even if it's in the shade. In the UK, on the hottest day of the year, if it's in the sun in a car, you'll get that. In Kuwait, you just take it out of your pocket, it'd be like, computer says no. This is me just appreciating Kuwait. I'm shaking my head, I'm going, what? It's just amazing. Sunset, 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 sunset. That's a sunset. And that's a sunset. Sunsets are stunning in Kuwait. The sunsets are completely stunning. There's just the right amount of dust and pollution to make the sunsets just perfect. The colours are just fantastic. Every day you see a sunset. There's hardly any clouds, so you get sunsets all the time. Like, I've taken so many pictures of sunsets, I can't even begin to tell you. I actually love this guy so damn much. Sandwich? Yes? I do love this guy. He's the guy that sells ice cream sandwiches. Don't worry, there are more of them. There's about 12 that sit along the beach every 100 yards. So if you don't get one the first time, you get one the next time round. But literally, they're so good. These are the ice cream sandwiches. That's what they look like. They look rank, but they're delicious. They don't look that satisfying, but trust me, they are. They've got that mixture between like coolness and sweetness, and it's just the right amount for me. You bite it and you're like, It's like a cake. It's like a cakey ice cream. Ice creams are better covered in cake. Kuwait is such a safe place. I really, really, really mean that. Society is so strong there. Like, the laws are strict, and the secondary effect of that is that people don't really break the law. Very rarely do people break the law. And it's unique in the fact that they can pretty much deport anyone they want because so many people are just there on a temporary visa. Well, that's a whole different topic, but safety, it's such a safe country. You're not going to get burgled, you're not going to get murdered. It's a great place to raise a family because your kids are going to be safe. For me personally, I felt like the society was really strong in Kuwait, and a strong society, a safe society, is a good society. I think we can all agree on that. Tickets. You don't get parking tickets. Kuwaitis don't give you parking tickets. You park where you want. No one cares. Do whatever. Do whatever you fancy. If you want to park there, park there. If you want to drive outside a kebab restaurant, beep your horn, and then have the bloke come out and take your order and bring it to you, do it. That's apparently fine. The fact that you can just rock up outside a kebab shop in your Land Cruiser, beep your horn, someone comes out. One of those, please. 2KD. Bit of sauce, Bipsy. Yum. This is very random, but something I love about Kuwait is that everybody rides hoverboards. When I say everybody, I mean mostly kids, but like, I love the fact you go out and there's just like kids on hoverboards. You're like, oh, that's kind of cool, that looks fun. Can I get one? I'm probably a bit old, but I'm gonna get one. I am gonna get one. I just decided then I'm gonna get a hoverboard. Everyone rides them. It's just like, it's hilarious to me. It's brilliant. Now, to kind of get a bit deeper and a bit more philosophical, another thing I love about Kuwait is I've kind of talked about society already and the fact that crime rates are low, it's a safe country, everyone's like stuck together. In Kuwait, people spend family time together, and the family is a strong unit. In England, once you're about 14 years old, you're kind of on your own. Like, it's not quite that extreme, but you're kind of grown up and you're like, out the door. If you're 18 and you haven't left home yet, it's like, what are you doing with your life? Go, bye. At least it was in my house. And in Kuwait, it's not unusual for families to live together in a big house. They stay together, they stay friends, they stay close. You see groups of people meeting with uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, siblings, cousins, the whole family. There'll be like 20 people just on a beach with a big blanket, burning coffee, brewing tea. It's just fantastic to see that, and to see that unit together as one, and people spending social time together. In the Western world, people tend to be a lot more individual, a lot more kind of doing their own thing, and loneliness is a big problem. But in Kuwait, you don't really get that. People are so close to their families. They might hate each other one day, and they might, you know, joke around with them. Of course, like, that's normal in any family. I'm here just walking through Salmiya, just by the coast, and there are people just kind of sat out on the grass, and they're having like picnics with a family, and there are palm trees. It's really, really nice. It's like somewhere where people just kind of come to hang out. So this example, basically, there are people on the beach. You can't really make it out, but I wanted to capture the moment. There's just groups, and let me find out what time this video was taken. It was taken, okay, 6:10 apparently. That seems a bit early, but maybe it was. Taken at 6:10 in November, And there's just groups of people out enjoying time together, spending family time, eating, drinking, socialising, playing games. You don't get that in England. So for me, this whole family unit gelling thing, where they stick together, they are close, they stay in contact for years, they stay in close proximity, they might live in the same house, but they meet up, they hang out together, is really, really like, it warms my heart, it really does. On the subject of families, another one is that like the kids here are kids. They play more. They go out, they play games, they play football, they go out in the streets. This kind of links into it being a really safe country. They play football, they go out and play in the trees. I did get permission, by the way, to take this picture of these kids playing under the tree. They were just kind of hanging out, and I kind of went up to them and started talking Arabic, and we got chatting, took a selfie with them. I blurred out their faces just to make me feel better. But anyway, the kids here just play more. They play football. They are kids, they're allowed to be kids. Like I was saying earlier, in England, and again, this is not a good or a bad thing, it's just an observation from someone who has gone from England to Kuwait. I feel like you're kind of just given a lot more responsibility a lot earlier, and you're expected just to grow up faster. That's my feeling. I'm probably wrong, argue about it below, but don't attack me. I don't like that. Another thing I really like about Kuwait is that people aren't so reliant on alcohol. Kuwait is a dry country, so whereas a lot of people would consider that a drawback, I consider it a plus. Rather than going out and drinking every weekend to socialise in the club, you know, they find other ways of entertaining themselves. They play games, they eat food, they drink coffee, they sit together, they socialise in big groups. They drive a fast car down the road, they ride a quad bike, they take out their jet skis. Look at this guy. You know, they visit their family, they might go and see their aunt, their uncle, their grandparents, all these kind of things. And yes, that happens in England, but I would argue not as much. That's the video. Those are my 10 favourite things about living in Kuwait, in this amazing little country that a lot of people have never heard of, and will tell you, oh, how's Qatar? I don't live in Qatar. I don't live in Qatar. I live in Kuwait. It's different. Really appreciate you sharing this with me. Write a comment. What do you think? Am I fair? Am I being fair? Have I missed stuff? What's good about Kuwait? What did I miss? Write it down below. I read them all. Let me know what you think. Great to see you, and bye-bye.